All right, I think please wait to join. Okay, so we will straight away go to today's activities. Maybe let's start today by each one of us introducing ourselves and just a few words. Yeah, we can start with anyone that is ready. You just give your name, your team, and your responsibility or role in the team, and then we'll move on to the program of the day. Joseph, Octavia.
Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. I'm by the names of PSG Octavia, a coordinator of eFarm project. I welcome you all members for today's session. And I thank you all, the organizers, for the great work you have done towards this. For the sessions we have covered for the last 2 days, they have been wonderful. A lot we have learned, and we are still expecting more within the remaining days.
Right.
Thank you,
Joseph.
and I wish you the best of luck.
All right. Few statements. Octavia, Michael, Talemwa, please just use like 3 seconds.
Good morning, all of you. I am glad to be here, and this has been a wonderful experience, and I hope to get more, and I pray that we shall all get what we are here for. At least this is a very good learning experience, and I pray that this continues. Yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Hello.
All right. Hello.
Yeah, my name is Christine Kiza. I am the team leader for the AgroAid system under the company Afrosoft IT Solutions. Glad to be here, and thank you, the organizers, for organizing this wonderful session. Hope it will go well till the end of this week. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. Have a good day. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Joseph Gipasiwa, and I represent FGD Services. I'm happy to be here. Let's continue and see that this becomes a success. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Okay, let's move on to, thank you everyone for taking time to introduce yourself this morning. Let's move on to the program for the day. Just a reminder, the hackathon is organized by UFAAS Uganda Forum for UFAAS Uganda. It brings together extension workers and other actors in the value chain of agriculture. And we are glad to have you all expressing interest and taking part in this first hackathon under UFAAS on the theme agriculture extension. Today we shall be looking at, shall be having teams give a short report of your progress. You can let us know what you're doing. Are you ready to submit code? You can let us know if your idea, if you already have a working prototype, a working application, or if it's already deployed, or if you're just starting and you are busy coding, trying to beat the time of Thursday midnight. That's basically all that we'll need to know. And any other thing that you might think that is relevant to showing your progress. in terms of this hackathon. Just a reminder will be, we expect to have everyone submit their code via GitHub by midnight Thursday. And in case of anything, in case you encounter any challenge, please, we expect you to keep in touch with us. So we'll be submitting our code on GitHub as earlier communicated. So probably is there anyone who has not worked with GitHub before, such that we get Robert to give a small overview on how to submit your code, how you'll basically provide the back end of your prototype for the judges to see. Are we all comfortable with working with Git? Okay, let's just get Robert. Robert? Robert?
Yes.
I have not worked with Git, so I don't know how it operates and how it works.
Okay, okay. So Robert will go through. Robert, you are ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let me stop sharing and Robert will take us through the process that we shall follow via Git.
Can I share my screen?
Okay, wait a moment. Robert, you can share now.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe you can.
Robert, we are seeing the screen.
On the screen.
You can see.
Yes.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. My name is Robert Tavura. I'm a software developer who is part of the facilitators. I'm just going to Georgia just previously presented. Take you to what Git is, because Git is one of the prerequisites or necessities for handling the for submitting your code. And I just created a small presentation which may give you an overview of what it is and how you're going to be using it. And so let me just start from there. So Git is we are going to be using Git and GitHub to submit our code for the projects that we have done. And what Git is mainly it's a version control. See, I don't know how many people have used Git before, but it's normally used by programmers who work collectively on a project. So it keeps track of changes of your files. For example, if you make an edit, then you can, I don't know how many people have used Google Sheets. if you're familiar with it, it's the same principle of collaborating, just as you work on the same file. So Git, you don't need to install it for our purposes for this hackathon, because what you need is just an account on Git. It is an open, it is free. You can create an account on this website, github.com. If you have an account, you can just log in. But if you don't, then you just need to sign up, and you will go through the sign up process. It's simple. You just need an email. And for this account, you're going to need it because it is what is going to give you access to be able to push your code to the repository which we have set up. And then from there, after creating that account, then you need to have access to this github.com account. This is the repository that we have set up, where all teams shall be sending their code. Because why we are saying to send your code is because reviewing code is part of the judges will need to have access to the code, so that they review the code it is part of the judging process. So that is why we are asking or requesting you to share your code to this repository. So after creating an account, right now I'm just giving you an overview. It is not a detail, but I will help you through all the other processes. Creating an account if you're getting challenges, and because we shall need your GitHub usernames, so that we may add you on this repository, so that you can have access to it. Because having an account does not give you the permission to have access to this by default. So you'll be seeing such a page. So after adding you, you'll be able to access that. Then you just need to, these few commands, you'll have to clone to run this command in either in any GitHub client application, which either the command prompt or any other application you're comfortable with, which gives you access to GitHub. So you'll just run these commands, and this is for polling, because you need to first poll, then you create a copy of the code on your machine where you're going to be working. So after writing your program or code, then you can push it. You can push it using this push command, which is git push, then -u, then origin UFAAS. That's the command you use to push your code. And so what next is we are requesting you, for those who already have GitHub accounts, you can send us your username and your team name, so that we give you access to be a collaborator on this repository, so that you can have access to push and pull your code. And you can send your GitHub username and your team name to DoStream Limited to this email. And if you have any other more questions, we can keep the communication or conversation on Slack. So that is a brief overview, and any questions, I'm welcome to answer them. Otherwise, happy hacking. Back to you, George.
All right, thank you, Robert. At this moment, we'll welcome some questions from you. In case anyone has any question regarding what Robert has just presented, just something small. And then we'll move on to the next stage where we get you to demo to us, or present to us your progress of the hackathon. Do we have any questions?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Good morning to you all once again. I have a question about the source code. I believe it takes months for one to generate and have his own source code for his project or prototype. And there are some ideas that are still in the ideation stage, or the ideas that have already been, okay, there are ideas, though the prototype is already developed, but we haven't gotten the source code. So I don't know how we shall go about those ideas.
Okay.
Thank you.
Robert, would you want to answer that, or Timothy?
Okay, about that, as GitHub is a continuous. Okay, Git supports continuous development. So we even if you do not have the complete code, you can keep on pushing as you can keep on updating your code as time goes on, as you develop. So I don't think it would be a problem that you need like the final code, like the final code. It's not a must that you have to first finish coding, then you push your code to the repository. You can do it continuously.
All right, thank you, Robert. And maybe just to add on to what Robert has just explained, the whole purpose of asking for a concept note yesterday is also in relation to this, that we don't expect everyone to have a complete idea, a complete working prototype with final code to submit. But you have, when you submit your concept note, it kind of shows us where you want to be. So at the moment, you might have a few features on your application, but then according to your concept note, we're able to see that this idea is expected to be complete when it has all these features. So it's clearly understandable. We'll know that, okay, the person has submitted, but they are still adding. And then Robert mentioned the issue of versioning, that on Git, we'll be able to see that you submitted, say on Wednesday, when you had just say 5 features on your application. Then on say Thursday, you submit again, but now with more features. So that's clearly the whole reason as to why we would prefer that you submit via Git, that the efforts that you put in when starting to work are not thrown away. A case of you have worked on your application and you want to submit when everything is complete, but by the time everything is explain to the rest of the team that, well, you see, I'd worked on my code, but I got issues. If you keep pushing onto Git, you are having versions, different versions of your prototype, and you reduce the risk of my application got a problem because of this and that. I don't know if that is clear to the question. We have another question from a hand from Joseph. Joseph, you can.
Right. Yes. Good morning again. Now, yesterday we submitted the concept note.
Yep.
And today we're going to demo the progress of how far we've gone in the system.
Yes.
Now, my question is here. Because I don't want to spend my energy
Yep.
maybe working on something maybe which is not appreciated. Is there a time a point in time that you determine which concepts are being accepted, and maybe like a project which is accepted to carry on. You understand? Because I would like to build on a project that is that you have accepted, or yeah, that's it. Because if it will make no sense for me to continue submitting my code on GitHub when you're not interested in it, probably.
Okay. Currently, all products you've submitted are acceptable. So, and that's why we're asking for a progress report. You present where, you show us where you are at, and just to note, I think all of us, you've not had a time, other than the concept note, you've not had a time to present your ideas. So that's why we have this moment for you to give an overview of your progress in this hackathon. So the only thing that will be left with will be for the judges to decide, because we do not have only one area where you're going to be judged. We have two levels. There is this level, which is the general hackathon, but there is also another aspect of tools that are promoting digitalization of CSA. So you may not be a winner in under the hackathon, but your tool is promoting, for example, digitalization of CSA. So there are like two categories at which participants are to be considered. I don't know if that answers your question.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Liz, you ready? Okay, so with that, I think I'm meant to believe that everyone is okay with Robert's explanation regarding Git and how you can utilize it. So we'll then move on to presenting our progress, and would like to know which team would like to go first. Just something to note, you will find all presentations on the Slack channel. I'm going to put a link of the Slack channel in the comments. So at this point, I would like to know which team wants to go first in terms of presenting. Please, as you present, also make sure to let us know which theme you are mainly focusing on, whether it's weather, whether it's CSA, or whether it's management of AES actors.
I was supposed to submit our videos, or we're going to show them. We're going to show them on the screen here. Share our screens.
So you're going to submit. You can submit, but you can start by sharing them on the. You can share them now. So please, if you are ready, I would request that just type in the comments section, indicate your team and show that, just indicate that you're ready. Just start a number. The first team that wants to present first, please just put number 1, then you write your team name. And then the other to follow. Okay, have a question from Robert.
Yes, this is just a point of information that those who are ready can send their GitHub usernames. Add them as we go on. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, so you are free to also share on Slack. I see someone is asking if they should share on Slack.
Yeah.
Joseph? Okay.
And we have shared the presentation on Slack too, so that they can, if they didn't get anything, we can go and check back there, the PowerPoint.
Okay, if you do have your presentation in PowerPoint currently, you're also free to share it. You can share the video later because we don't want to take a lot of your time, yet we know you want to invest more time in the coding. So we wanted to have this as fast as we can, and then we'll let you go to continue with your coding.
What's that? PGKI.
All right. Yeah, I'll just ask Joseph. Joseph?
Yes, please.
Is your team ready?
So I'm going to share my video, my screen.
Okay.
Right
Yeah.
away.
Okay. Okay. Then who is to follow? Andrea, Anne, Christine, then Matovu, Michael, Octavia. Yeah, I think the videos had been requested for by some much earlier, but I think you guys were still working.
How do I share a video on this? How do I share my screen? Someone help me.
All right, just go to, there is where you have chat. Next to it, you just click on the one that, the icon that says share screen.
Okay, all right, fine. Thank you.
Okay, you try to be a bit fast. We don't want to exceed 5 minutes because you are still working on other things.
Are we there? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Let me, you hear me? Do you hear the voice?
Oh, we're waiting.
Oh, I think he may want to share with audio.
Yeah.
Yes, and share again with audio.
All right.
You can stop sharing, then when you're sharing, there's an option of sharing with audio.
Just give me a second.
Just go back to the same icon which allowed you to share, and then you stop sharing. Okay. Yes, Andrea, it's okay. You will be able to share your video on Slack.
By the way, if possible, someone can share my video already on Slack. If I'm getting you lagging, is it possible?
So far, I think it's you.
Yeah, I've sent my video to Slack already. Maybe someone can help me share.
Oh, okay. You already sent it to Slack?
Yes.
It's taking some time. Can't see it yet. Okay, I don't know. It's not yet there.
It's there actually. It is there. It is there already.
Are you able to see Joseph's video?
On Slack.
Yeah, on Slack. Or maybe you have sent us a direct message.
Yeah, I think so. You just check under my account.
No, on the Slack channel, I can't see it on my side.
Yeah.
On Slack channel, let me check out here. Okay, fine. Okay, let me share here. There we are. It should be there in a second. It's uploading.
Okay.
Yes, I can see some activity from the.
All right. Can you check again on this on the UFAAS Hackathon channel?
Joseph and the rest of the participants. Okay, this is what we are going to do. You don't have to record a video for now. So you can leave that for your pitch. So just use like 3 minutes to tell us about your progress. And then would each team just use about 3 minutes to tell us about your progress, what you're doing and how far you've gone, and when you expect to have, say, 80% or 100% of your work. So let's just do that very fast. We will, you will do the recordings for the pitch later on.
Is it okay to play mine because it's not available?
Hello?
It's already available.
Oh, it's already available.
Slack,
okay.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a progress presentation?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let me try to play. Okay, we're going to be sharing Joseph's progress, but for the rest of the teams, Andrea, you don't have to record a video. You can even just explain to us basically how far you've gone and where you expect to be, like say by tomorrow. Don't just something simple, just to let the rest of us how you are progressing in your work. Yeah. Okay, so Sam is going to be sharing that shortly. And I encourage other teams just to prepare something small. 1 page or 2 pages, just let us know how far you've gone. Not a video, you can just explain here on Zoom how far you've gone if you don't have any video yet. But for the pitch, you'll be uploading videos. So you'll have enough time to do that for the pitch. Sam, are you ready?
So,
scenario where they raise up hand, welcome. My name is Joseph from FGD Services. FGD.
Good morning, everyone. This is Sam. I'm glad that you're all on and you kept time. I'm going to be playing FGD's video. And please listen in as others prepare to share their progress report today. Pay attention to the 3 points which I shared in the Slack channel because we need the progress report on your concept note submission, and then how far we're recording your demo pitch, and then any other queries you could be having. So please let's listen in to to the video from FGD.
Welcome. My name is Joseph from FGD Services. FGD Service stands for Farmer Graphical Directory. This directory aims at listing, we list farmers with their details of everything they do and their contacts and their addresses. They are graphically represented on a map with all their details and what do they do. They also have a scenario where they raise up hand, implying that they have a commodity to supply, ready to supply. On this graphical representation that is done on our Ugandan map is we have the case where we represent the farm, different areas in Uganda with which farming activity is dominant in that area, and the weather of that area and the type of soils. With this informs anyone who would want to do a particular investment, maybe in farming, and would want to do a particular crop. Say, for example, someone would want to do farming or coffee farming. So he will actually go on the map of Uganda and he will be shown which areas are very best suited for this activity. And then also they also definitely also have the service providers also represented the map. Now this helps in service providers such as, for example, veterinary services and maybe manure and the other things also represented the map. This will give a guidance to farmers to really access those people through the direct contacts from them that access through the map graphical representation. Then also, this aims at establishing direct communication or contact between the farmer and the consumers. Yes. Now, I'm going to end this note with an illustration. Assuming John has won a contract with a particular restaurant that would wish to be supplied maybe 30 kilogram, 30 goats per week, and for 7 months. So literally John will be looking for around 840 goats in the 7 months. But then he would want to find out which area in Uganda can we find all these goats in this area. So this map will actually go up, will come up on this map and will summarize for him, and it will tell him with which areas have the dominant in goat keeping, and definitely will just move straight to that area and do his transaction. So with time, because of time, I want to apologize. I make apologies that as if DD services, we are still in development stages, but we cannot do much here just in this video to explain everything. But if we give an opportunity, we look forward to update and make this come to accomplishment, and also provide, like you suggested, open source for anyone to improve on this project. Otherwise, I thank you. God bless you. Welcome. My name is Joseph from FGD.
All right. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Joseph. And yeah, it's well, we can see how far you've gone, and we see what the project is all about. It's quite interesting, and we're looking forward to see the full pitch later on. I think we can move on to the next team. I saw Benjamin. Benjamin, anyway, you let us know, is this your full pitch or it's just a progress? Benjamin? Okay. So any other team that is ready? As Benjamin clarifies on this. Please, the rest of us, you can just call in. Anne, Christine, the rest of us, please, just let us know how far you've gone in your work, such that we end this meeting and you proceed with your coding. Okay, you can. Okay, so we're going to be sharing Joseph Benjamin Okello's progress, and then depending on whether we have any other person ready to share their progress, we'll see if we can proceed with the meeting or we take a break and resume later. Someone you ready, you can share.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Yes, Christine. Sorry,
yeah.
I missed that.
Okay, good morning once again.
Morning, Christine.
Okay, I would just want to give a progress report, though not presented. I have my teammates here on the call, that is Isaac Walintuma and Matovu Joseph. They'll be telling us how far with the code. So for the progress, yes, we were able to submit our concept note yesterday. And basically, I'll be working on the pitch. Shall be submitting it probably today. That is the target.
Christine, maybe
yes,
you could
please.
first let us know your project, what it's all about, and then you proceed to let us know about the progress.
Okay, yes. So we shall be submitting the pitch today, latest. That is our target. So our project, we called it AgroAid app. This is something that we are just developing, starting with this hackathon. And it is a solution looking at empowering adoption of climate smart agriculture. We called it AgroAid app, and it will be handling crop and animal management. So it will be a crop and animal management system. So what it is going to be entailing is helping farmers access information on the platform, be able to comfortably access the information in their language of preference. They are able to choose the language that they are comfortable using. Then they're able to access information. For example, if it is crops, they're able to access, for example, if the crop is at stage 2, maybe 2 weeks of planting, a farmer is able to get instruction or what to do at that stage of production. Should they mulch the garden? If it was planted in a seed bed, is it time for transplanting the crops, or what should they do? And also an update on whether is it going to rain and what are they supposed to do. So the farmer's duty is to just input what are they planting. Is it beans? Is it maize? Then at what stage of production or planting are they? Then the system will be able to give advice according to the input that is given, but also relating to the location, where is the farmer. So the system is able to pick the location of the farmer and advise accordingly. So according to the location of the farmer, the system is able to direct to the nearest agronomist or extension worker. So the farmer is able to chat to make a voice call and also make a video recording just for the farmers that cannot speak English. They're able to report in their local languages. And they will also have a market platform where a farmer is able to view market prices. So this module will help us to, it is a market prediction module to help farmers make marketing decisions. For example, a farmer will be able to see the markets, rather the prices of the maybe beans. Is it low? Has it gone high? Then they'll be able to choose either to sell or not, or to sell their products or actually hold them for a while. We're looking at helping farmers actually, this system to onboard, to bridge the gap of gender responsiveness to using climate smart agriculture. So we are also, that is the reason why we are putting the emphasis on language and usability, it being easy to be used. So that is basically our aim, and that is the system that we are handling. We shall be giving a full pitch on what the system is entailing. So let me give one of my teammates to tell us how far we have gone with the coding. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Christine. I hope you'll be putting a bit of detail later on about data sources and what you have in terms of data sources. Okay. Thank you. Isaac, please proceed.
Okay. Christine has given an overview of almost everything that you have to work on. So I'm just going to be like letting you know about what we have so far achieved, coded out and have implemented generally. And I think that will be so. As she told you earlier, we have this app called AgriAid app. Okay. What we have now is a person opens the application. Okay, we have a section where you display different languages, and this person selects the language that they prefer. Okay, from that point onwards, this person will have all content displayed in their selected language. So from there, they go to signing up, okay, where they give us their basic information. So we are taking name, phone number, and country. From there, then this person sets up their farm. Okay, we have written a logic that we use to determine even the farm size and also pick the GPS location of that farm when this person is setting up their farm. Okay, then he or she selects what prefers to plant or what deals in. For example, you could go with beans and maize, for example. And so when you select that, they're just saved in the application. And as I'm going to be telling further in the near future, but we use that to display relevant information. Anyway, after you have set up your farm, after you have added in the things that you deal in, you are taken to our home main page of the application, where we have the different crops that you selected earlier. Okay, so when you tap on one of them, like beans, I will show information that is relevant to just the beans. For example, what we have now is we start on top by showing the prices, the current price for that specific crop. Okay, for example, if it's beans, then we tell you that you have 3,600 shillings per kilogram. You put it there. Then from that, we also request this person to enter in the planting date for that, because he has said that he deals in beans, so we request for the planting date, and we use that date to determine like the weeks that his plantation has so far reached, and then display relevant, like display things like pests and diseases that affect the beans that has been selected in that specific like age. Okay, so if it's 1 week, then we provide the likely diseases or pests that are going to be affecting that that plant at that point in time. Then from that, we also provide recommended actions, basing again on the duration of or the age of the plant.
Sorry, Isaac. Probably, yeah, this is great. Would like you just to summarize a bit, and we give chance to any other person because we are running out of time, and we know that you guys are meant to invest more time in the coding. So let's please just summarize a bit and.
Okay. Most of what she said is worked on. So let me just, what we are left with, right? Actually, we have all the flow of the application. We have our designs well laid out. What we are on right now is mostly into integrating the APIs that we have been working on. Okay, then the other thing is we are left with putting in the live, the chatting, the real chat, because we also have even video call inside there. So there are some things that we are left with because these are going to, of course, Christine told you that we bring the close support or agronomists or extension workers. Now we have modules of like chatting or contacting these extension workers. We are also working on the side of market prices, and we are again integrating the APIs and creating the back end part of the application. In a nutshell, that's all that we are left with, but I think we shall be able to have the more functional version by the end of today.
All right, Isaac. Okay. So thank you. That's great. So you will be able to have working prototype by the end of today or tomorrow? Today?
We shall have something by the end of today.
Okay. One advice is that because you mentioned a lot of features on the application. Just make sure that a certain percentage, a good number of features or some features are complete compared to struggling to complete all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's also a good idea because it's better to have, say, half complete compared to having 100% in progress.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next team. We have next team, or some should send. And Andrea, you could give us something short about your progress.
Okay. Yes. Hello, everyone. This is Andrea from our team Butterscotch. Glad to be here. So unfortunately, we don't have, as I mentioned earlier, we don't have a presentation to make, but the progress we can report is pretty short. We started trying to implement the idea on Monday this week, and it's hard to say how far we've gone. What I can say is about 30%, and we hope to have a fairly working prototype by the end of tomorrow, Thursday. An overview of what our solution is it's a tool that enables farmers conveniently find and book services of agriculture extension and advisory workers in their locality. We are leveraging a USSD menu from which the farmers can access the options available and then place that request for such a service, which then reflects on the side of available extension workers in their vicinity. So yeah, we're still trying to crack it, the technical issues. So I hope by the end of today we'll have a video to share and then have the prototype ready by then tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Andrea. You said you've covered about 30% and you expect to be done or to be at a great percentage by the end of today?
No, we hope to have a greater percentage covered by the end of tomorrow. I don't anticipate that we'll be able to have a real working prototype, but it'd be possible to share a video of a roughly working tool.
All right. And one request is that at least you submit something by tomorrow, by 10 a.m. tomorrow. And then the other thing, same advice I gave to the previous team, that if you have a lot of features, try to at least have some working, some completed as you work on others, instead of trying to complete all of them. At least to have something that you can showcase as you continue development. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. You have any other feedback? Well, that's all. Okay, next team.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, yes, hello. Who is coming in next? Octavia?
Hello?
Yes, Octavia, you can proceed. Just let us know which theme you're handling, give us your project overview, and then how far you've gone. You could give us in terms of percentage or modules or whichever way you like. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And good morning once again. I'm presenting the eFarm project that is aiming at developing a digital solution called eFarm mobile application. It is eFarm application, and the application is in form of both the desktop and the mobile application versions, where that application is meant to provide information and connect small-scale farmers to extension workers by providing the services that extension workers should be providing. Since we all believe that access to extension workers and services information will help these farmers improve their crop yield quantity and quality. So, this solution will be meant to provide extension workers with knowledge, advice, and services on improved soil fertility, on controlling pests and diseases, on farming, on good farming and post-harvest handling practices, so that and many more things, so that they can increase their crop yields. So, like I told you, it has both the desktop and the mobile application versions. However, the desktop application version, for which it will be deployed it will be deployed at the cooperative level, and it will be meant to capture the farm mobile data and the kind of crops they are growing, and as well to capture market information and climatic information, so that thereafter this information can be delivered to the small-scale farmers, the demo farmers, and the extension workers as well. So this desktop application at the cooperative will be run on a system called an intranet. And this intranet doesn't need actually an active internet connection for it to work out. So we believe it will be feasible enough for this solution to work out very easily. And for the mobile application version, this will be used by the extension workers, by the demo farmers. Actually, everyone with the smartphone. So this mobile application version will be picking and tracking information that will be stored online. This information will be actually in their languages of preferences. It will be in form of modules. It will be in form of writings and what. Okay, it will be a kind of very much information, but in every kind of, translated in every kind of language. It will involve training modules, of which modules will be aiming at giving knowledge about farming, about how people can do their farming, post-harvest handling practices, and very many more things. So, so we believe that this application will actually help the small-scale farmers get a wider knowledge about farming, and they will actually get information very faster and on a timely basis. So about how far we have gone, yeah, we've already developed. We've already developed the system, but we haven't integrated all the features that should be in the system. So on 100% of our system to be complete, we've actually completed like 25%, because we have actually already made scripts of the modules, and we have transcribed those modules, and actually we are recording those modules now. So what is remaining is to make the features of the application work, because the features of the application has very many features. It has features like news, it has features modules, it has exercises, it has questions for those farmers that want to ask some questions. It has or the news side that brings current news about market climate and whatnot, everything. This of course, it also captures the farmers' data and everything as well. So I think that's how far we've gone, and we believe in the once we actually by chance get this grant, we'll be on a very good way to go and help the small-scale farmers better their farming practices. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Octavia. Yeah, that's interesting. You are basically at integration level. You have all modules set out. And the only thing, okay, I hope I heard you right. You are basically remaining with integrating the different modules, isn't it?
Yeah, we're remaining with integrating the modules into the application and making the features of the application, making other features of the application work. Yeah.
All right, and we hope by 10 a.m. tomorrow, I think that will be done, or at least a good percentage of it that you may have uploaded by that time.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Any other team? I see Anne. I don't know if Anne is with Octavia or it's, oh, no. Anne, do you have anything for us? Okay, Sam, I think you need to get ready to share Joseph Okello's speech as we wait for any other person that may be ready to share. Is there any other person that has not yet presented? Or please just give us a small overview of how far you've gone and where you expect to be by tomorrow, what you think you may be able to submit by tomorrow, 10 a.m. Another thing to note is that, remember the theme of our hackathon is open source. And we said the issue is not to take your ideas or anything, but also amongst yourselves, because I've had a number of ideas, some of which seem like they can build onto others. We encourage that after this hackathon, please, it's a good thing to make friends amongst ourselves. You can collaborate with another team in case they have something they have already worked on and you don't have, to come up with something that comprehensive, that is covering a great deal of the agriculture value chain. We'll be looking forward to that, those kind of collaborations, and also collaborating with UFAAS in case after that you find common ground between you and the organizers of the hackathon, which is UFAAS. So Sam, please share Okello's video, because I think others have not yet, they're not yet ready.
Hello everyone, I'm Ivan Guma from Team Autofarm UG. These are my fellow team members, Benjamin and Brenda. So if you have stayed in Uganda for some time, or moved around, you've probably heard or seen someone complain about, their crop yields in relation to, an abrupt, consistent rain, or a lot of sunshine, which wasn't planned. The happening, I think, like on the past seasons probably. So with that, we joined heads and looked at it, as an opportunity, to provide a solution such that we can be able to, to provide more control to our crop yields, and we came up with AutoFarm, which works with sensors that are placed in the field to capture specific conditions, especially, for example, in this case, temperature, humidity, and moisture of the soil. And with these conditions, or with this data, we are able to create instructions that can control the irrigating module, for example, or those actuators that do the actual irrigation, so that they are controlled automatically. And also, this data can also be used for decision support through a web application, where with combination of the production input and output, you can have a clear view of how your production is moving, which would be very beneficial to the farmers. So here we have an abstract design of the whole AutoFarm system. So the first part, as you can see, it's the solar-powered field unit. So it's about the hardware part that contains the sensors that do the data capturing, the controller that is able to interpret this data and then pass on the instructions to the specific actuators, such as the water pumps. Then also this data, as I said earlier, this data is also passed on to a web application, which the user, or the farmer in this case, uses to have a clear view of the crop production. Yes. Then here is just a sample of the components that we're working with. You know, with the servo motors trying that illustrate the water, that irrigation pumping system. Then we have the different sensors. Here we have the temperature humidity sensor. Then we have the moisture sensors also. That are able to detect the moisture of the soil. Then this is also combined with the system that of the tank of that water reservoir tank, because as you know, in irrigation you need consistent water supply, and for that you need to coordinate, you know, the water reservoir, you know, with the other parts of the system. And this is the Arduino board that, you know, that controls the whole field data and transfer of this data to the web application. So the data, we have reached at this level for now, and we are still working on the web application so that we can actually visualize this data onto that web application. Otherwise, that's it from AutoFarm. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Benjamin, Okello, and team. Interesting stuff. Sensors in agriculture. Yeah, guiding production. Yeah. So unless if we have any other team that wants to present their progress, I'm still looking forward to Anne. I don't know whether she's online or she went off. I think most of us have presented. And well, I don't know if Okello is online, Benjamin, because we wanted to know percentage coverage that you have, how far, whether you'll be able to submit something by tomorrow. I have already seen you have your hardware prototypes ready. Yeah, that is good. Okay, do we have anyone from Benjamin's team currently online? Okay, for the rest of us, if you don't been able to present, we hope to have your pitch, say by the end of, by tomorrow, 10 a.m., and your code submitted for review. So, Timothy, are you online? Could give some small guidance to those handling databases? Yeah, yes, Timothy. Good.
Yes, George, you need guidance on what? I beg your pardon, I didn't catch exactly the request.
All right, just on you could give to those mostly doing the software bit, databases, especially on the issue of databases. Those were handled in theme 1. Oh, theme 2. CSA.
Hello?
Yes, Timothy. Any advice, any hint to those who are, I've seen there are many teams that are looking at CSA approaches, and that means databases. So I've seen one team that is looking at hardware sensors in agriculture, and the rest are mostly, yeah, still in the area of databases.
At the moment, probably I'll just talk about just one thing, that as the teams come up with solutions, one thing that you need to look out for and also ensure optimization of your DBs and systems, because we are looking at these systems are going to basically, the systems you're coming up with, they are basically going to be capturing data and lots of it. So you need to, as you implement, please ensure that you are looking into optimization strategies to ensure that, one, they are scalable, but also they can easily be deployed across whichever platforms you will choose to adopt in your development.
All right, we have a hand from Andrea.
Yes, hello everyone. My question is towards what Timothy's remark just now. Is it not a bit unfair to say to task us to try and create a more say scalable or optimized solutions in a hackathon, because we're not necessarily engineering right now. We are together possible solutions. So to task us again to try to optimize, because that requires considerable work. What do you have to say about that?
All right, Timothy, should you want to answer or should I give a hint on that?
You can give a hint, George.
All right, so you may not necessarily do complete optimization. One, the reason is giving a hint on that is that when it comes to, for example, just a hint onto some of the criteria that judges might look into while trying to come up with, which is the winning application, that may be also an issue, kind of. But what I'm saying is, say you've just come up with, you're just coming up with an idea and so on. Optimization may not necessarily be in terms of, it might be in terms of what design pattern you're following. What design pattern you're following might determine how easy it is to optimize that system in future, and how easy it is to, how long it can be maintained. Basically that, not going down into very complicated things. We are still at design level. It's a pitch and we're still at design level. We are considering that. Timothy maybe can add on that.
Yeah, spot on, George. That was spot on. Ideally, we are not talking about end of product optimization, yeah. But at the end of the day, the strategy or approaches you're taking should be geared to good design. Because at the end of the day, if tomorrow, whatever strategy or approach you're taking cannot be scaled in a way, then it poses a challenge. So it boils down to basically the best practices for good DB design. Because yes, we appreciate that we are in the initial stages. We aren't expecting for you to have full-scale optimization of because that is commendable work and efforts, and we also appreciate that. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Please let us know if this was satisfactory or you. Tracy J, Octavia, you have your hand up. Please, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you so much. Before we conclude, I would like to clearly understand about the submission of the code, because I tried to find out how long it will take me to develop that code. They told me to even take more than 1 month, 2 months. So I believe I may not submit the code. However, I would feel I want to understand more about the submission of the code. So those who do not have the code exactly what they are going to submit to Git.
So, well, submitting is a prerequisite, but you're submitting two things. You're submitting the code to GitHub and also your pitch video. Part of that, Robert is going to explain. The other thing is that you don't have to really submit everything complete. We're encouraging that you use a design strategy where you're able to submit certain modules when they are done, not an entire application, because we consider that you're still working on your products and you will continue working on your products even after this hackathon. This is just 2 days of the hackathon, and in those 2 days, you may not really complete a whole product, but it will have features that you can submit for the judges and features on which you can present. So Robert, you can please address Octavia's concerns much further. Robert?
Yes, so about that, I think I mean, definitely Octavia is right. You cannot develop a system within not less than 1 than 2 days actually, because we only have like 2-3 days for development. So it is unrealistic. So, but you need to keep also in mind that this is the first phase, because there's another after the national hackathon, then the winners are going to continue and go to the continental hackathon. So and through that time, your code is going to keep on being built upon. So at this stage, you can what we request of you is like a feasibility to show that the project is doable. You have definitely you have to be having like the foundation, the code foundation. So like so you can the code can give us like sort of a plan of how it's going to be developed, and maybe the judges can be able to forecast and see maybe during their code review. I don't think they'll be looking for complete code. So that's my that's how I think I can the best answer I can get from my side. But definitely we do not expect a complete code for the projects. Over to you.
Yes, maybe Robert will add on first, later on. Just to note that even at this level, you already have the structure of your application in place, isn't it? So some of those things, like the structure, the architecture of your application, tells much more about things like optimization, how easy it is to maintain your future product, and how you are progressing. So yeah, maybe Robert, you can continue and conclude on that.
Yeah, I'd concluded. Sorry, I'd concluded.
All right, Octavia, is your question addressed?
Yeah, it's okay, but I wish I could get Robert's number so that we can discuss one-on-one about some issues that I would wish to understand more. Thank you.
Yes, Robert and Timothy and the rest of the team will be available to give support, especially when it comes to the code submission and any other technical questions. We're going to share the contacts in the chat, contacts for Robert, Timothy, and the rest of us. Talemwa, yeah. Okay, I think we are coming to the end of today's meeting, but we encourage you to continue working, and let's have something submitted by tomorrow, 10 a.m. Yes, Talemwa, you want
hello, George.
Yeah, all right.
Sorry, I did not introduce myself. I'm Talemwa. I'm working with George and Sam to provide some bit of support. So, happy hacking.
All right. Thank you, Talemwa. And those who are into hardware, especially the teams that are handling hardware, Talemwa is a specialist on hardware, embedded systems development. So if you are in the area of embedded systems development, he's an embedded systems engineer. All right. So unless if you have any questions, yeah, maybe to get team right. Those who are especially in the area of embedded systems, you can address your questions to Talemwa and George. And then those in the area of databases and mainly software, databases and the rest, you can address most of the questions to Robert, Chibirige, Sam. Thank you. And then for any other questions regarding agriculture, we have Elizabeth, we have Beatrice, we have Choice for those who are in the area of CSA, and then, yeah, and then Adeline. Thank you. Any questions? Okay, I think we need to end this. Please, we're going to put all communication on Slack, including the contacts, everything that I've explained just right now. And yes, Sam has just reminded me, we know you're working remotely, and yes, so today and tomorrow, each team is entitled to data, internet subscription, which is going to be sent to your team. So please put, is it Airtel, or you sent any number? The number of preference. Okay, please, on Slack, you can put your number of preference where the team can send you data. Not data, they'll send you 60,000 just to purchase your data because you're the one who knows which network you're going to buy from the data. That is just to, we know you are downloading videos, making videos and uploading them. And yeah, there's need for facilitation for that. Thank you. So please send your details, a preferred number where you want your team to receive internet subscription. Put it on Slack or send some direct message. Direct message.
Hello.
Thank you. Yes, hello. Yes, Octavia. Octavia, please, you're saying something, you can unmute. Yes?
Yes, yes, please. About that last point of sending some data to the team members.
Yeah.
Are we putting the numbers of all the team members, or we put the number of the team leader? Then
just put one number of the person you've entrusted to handle that. They would be sending you 60,000. I think that's like worth something like what? 20 GBs of data. Yeah. So they'll be sending you 60,000. Please put on Slack the number of your preference where they can. Yeah. So this will be going to one team member, and you will know how to handle that. We believe you're working in.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. So please, let's keep communicating via Slack. In case you have any question, you can put it on Slack, or you can make a phone call. I believe Sam has called most of you, so we'll also put contacts for the other team members. You can contact them via WhatsApp, via phone calls. Thank you. We are available online throughout the day. Let's meet tomorrow. Please, let's work on our pitches such that they are ready and submitted. And yeah, I've been reminded, 5 minutes. Let's try to record the pitches to be not to exceed 5 minutes. Thank you, and happy hacking. Good day. We're not saying goodbye because we are still available online for support and on call. Thank you. Okay, goodbye.